Test 1, 2, 3. Good morning. The Maryland Public Service Commission will come to order for its administrative meeting for August 3rd, 2022. We'll get started today with approval of the meeting minutes from our last meeting, which was on July 27th, I believe. July 27th. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The meeting minutes are approved. Good morning, Mr. Secretary.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. There are two items on today's consent agenda. Item number one is a joint notification from Fiber Bidco LLC and Fiber Light LLC of transfer of control of Fiber Light LLC. Item number two is a notice from the Fusion Companies and the North Haven entities of transfer of control.
Seeing no questions, I would move that with respect to item number one, we note the applicant's transfer of control, and with respect to item number two, that we note the transfer of control of Fusion Connect Incorporated and its Maryland subsidiaries. The vote begins with Commissioner Bubar.
Aye.
Commissioner Linton.
Aye.
And Commissioner Richard.
Aye.
I vote aye. The motion is approved.
Mr. Chairman, item number three on the administrative agenda is a proposal from the North American Numbering Plan Administrator to begin the implementation of an all services distributed overlay as the relief method for the 240-301 numbering plan area.
Thank you. Good morning to our staff.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. Zach Peterman on behalf of staff. On June 23rd, 2022, the North American Numbering Plan Administrator filed a letter with the Commission outlining its proposal to begin the implementation of the All Services Distributed Overlay as the relief method for the 240-301 numbering plan area, as agreed to in case number 8853 in 2001. In that case, the Commission approved a settlement agreement between OPC, members of the Maryland telecommunications industry, the North American Numbering Plan Administrator, and staff that established the area codes and the plan for implementation once needed. The immediate filing on June 23, 2022 by the Administrator and the telecommunications industry brought two issues from the settlement to the Commission. First one, permission to begin implementing the area code overlay as agreed to in case number 8853. And secondly, a request to extend the implementation timeframe agreed to in the settlement to 15 months. This 15-month timeframe is an increase from the 3 to 10-month timeframe outlined in the original settlement. Staff reached out to all parties from the original settlement agreement, including OPC, and found that there were no objections to this modification. Staff believes that the increased timeframe will lead to increased time for customer education from service providers within the numbering plan area. Staff recommends that the Commission approve the modifications to the settlement agreement approved in case number 8853 and accept the North American Numbering Plan Administrator's proposal to begin the all services overlay for the 240-301 numbering plan area. I'm available for any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Peterman. I noted that OPC agreed to the extension and supports the recommendation of staff. Is the plan administrator here today with us?
It was my understanding that they would not be here.
Okay, thank you. Do commissioners have questions? Commissioner Bubar.
I guess, well, first of all, this was really fascinating for me to understand that we actually even have control over this, so that was kind of cool. So just for clarification, the overlays that were approved in the original order, they never actually took place. Is that correct?
No, Commissioner. At the same time as the original case was being processed, the FCC, the North American Numbering Plan Administrator, and the telecommunications industry as a whole was changing the way that number blocks were assigned, going from 10,000 blocks being distributed to providers down to 1,000 number blocks. This, in addition to other measures, postponed the need for this overlay to happen, and so this is why we're seeing it 20 years later.
Okay, all right. And I noticed that AT&T was communicated with, but there was no communication with Verizon. Just wanted to confirm that that wasn't necessary.
So Verizon was on the call. In the filing, I noted that there was a meeting before NAMPA filed this request, which staff was present at, where all members of the telecommunications industry that wanted to were present to propose any modifications or changes to NAMPA's filing. Verizon was one of the parties at this call.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Peterman. I would move that we approve the modifications to the settlement agreement approved in case number 8853 and accept the North American Numbering Plan Administrator's proposal to begin the all services overlay for the 240 and 301 numbering plan area. The vote begins with Commissioner Bubar.
Aye.
Commissioner Linton.
Aye.
And Commissioner Richard.
Aye.
I vote aye. The motion is approved.
Mr. Chairman, item number 4 consists of revised tariff pages from Maryland American Water Company updating the Bel Air impoundment property tax rider.
Good morning to staff.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. Mark Riley on behalf of staff. On July 13, 2020, Maryland American Water filed revised tariff pages updating the Bel Air impoundment tax rider effective August 1, 2022, along with a reconciliation of the PTR collections made during the period July 2021 through June 2022 with the actual property tax expenses. The company's filing proposed to distribute an overcollection amount of $884 to all customer accounts by applying a one-time credit. On July 21st, the company filed revised tariff pages, which made the rates for the 2-inch meter and the 4-inch or less fire protection rates consistent with the rates shown in attachments C and F. These filings were submitted in accordance with the proposed order affirmed by Final Order 89022 in case number 984, issued on February 5, 2019. Staff requested and received copies of the customer bills to verify the accuracy of the property tax surcharge collections and the one-time credit amounts authorized for the 5/8 2-inch meter sizes and the 4 and 6-inch private fire protection service categories. Staff compared the property tax surcharge rate over collection in attachment F and found inconsistencies. The staff recommended the company file revised tariff pages. On July 21st, 2022, the company filed revised tariff pages in attachment A with rates that are consistent with the calculations in attachment F. The company also provided a reconciliation schedule, which resulted in an overcollection of $884.06. The staff reviewed the reconciliation schedules and found the formulas were accurate. However, the incorrect amount of actual property tax amount was used in the calculations of attachment E and F. Staff recalculated the overcollection amount and calculated the refund as $895.47. Maryland American Water officials agreed with these calculations. The new refund amount does not impact the amount refunded to customers shown in attachment F because the amounts shown in attachment F are estimates, since the number of customers can vary each month. The new refund amount is $11.41 higher than estimated by Maryland American Water. Staff contacted Maryland American Water officials, and they stated the company was delaying the issuance of August bills until the commission approves their filing. The bill impact for residential customers using 5/8-inch service is a monthly decrease of 2 cents from $1.54 to $1.52. On August 1st, OPC submitted a letter supporting staff's recommendation regarding Maryland American Water Company's Bel Air impoundment tax waiver. Staff recommends the commission direct the company to distribute the $895.47 overcollection amount as a one-time credit on the customer bills in accordance with the customer service amounts shown in attachment F of the company's July 21, 2022 filing, except the July 21, 2022 filing tariff pages for filing with an effective date of August 1, 2022, and waive the 30-day notice period required under PUC Article 4-203A.
Thank you, Mr. Riley. As you noted, OPC filed comments supporting staff's recommendation. We'll turn to counsel for the company.
Good morning, Chairman, Commissioners. John Trotta here today with Maryland American Water Company, and also joining me today is Scott Grace, who's the Senior Manager of Rates and Regulatory for the company. We'd like to thank staff for its very careful analysis and for assisting us in this process. Maryland American Water Company agrees with staff's recommendation. We have nothing further to add to staff's report today, but we're certainly happy to answer any questions that you all have.
Thank you. Do commissioners have questions of the parties? Commissioner Bubar.
Just have one. Thank you. That was very helpful. Just were there any lessons learned in terms of what the staff found, as an error, so to speak, in terms of looking at the tax rates? and the tax overcharge?
Yes, there, through the review process, we have some controls that we're putting in place to ensure that linking up through the spreadsheets to the actual property tax amount. So it was the property tax amount that was brought over to compare against the actual collections. It was brought over manually. It could be linked to the other tab, so it's consistent.
Okay, thank you.
I would move that we direct the company to distribute the overcollection amount of $895.47 as a one-time credit on the customer's bills in accordance with the customer service amounts shown in attachment F of the company's July 21st, 2022 filing, except the July 21st, 2022 filing, and the tariff pages with an effective date of August 1st, 2022, and grant the requested waiver of the 30-day notice period required under Public Utilities Article Section 4-203A. The vote begins with Commissioner Bubar.
Aye.
Commissioner Linton.
Aye.
Commissioner Richard.
Aye.
I vote aye. The motion is approved. With nothing else on today's agenda, this meeting is adjourned.